For today's class, we're talking vulvas. No, not Volvos, not the car. Vulvas. Oh, you don't know what a vulva is? No worries, not your fault. Some people confuse a vulva with the vagina. But quick question, is the vagina on the inside or the outside of the body? Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. If you answered inside, you'd be correct. If you answered outside, well, have no fear, that's why I'm here. All right, friends, let's get into it. If a person with a vagina was naked, the vulva would be everything you'd be able to see on the outside of the genital area. It wouldn't be this pink, but you get the idea. Let's start at the top. At the top, you'll find a lovely mound of fatty tissue called the mons pubis. And that fatty tissue is supposed to be there because the pubic bone is right under it. On the mons pubis, and all the way to the anus, and maybe even on the upper thighs, people have pubic hair. Everybody has pubic hair. Now, the amount, where it is, what color it is, that varies from person to person. And pubic hair does have a purpose. And surprise, surprise, it's not to keep you warm. It serves the same purpose as eyelashes. So it's there to catch sweat, dust, moisture, all that stuff. So it's basically the vagina's first line of defense. And now for a PSA. Whatever you do with your pubic hair is your business. Cut it, dye it, braid it, trim it, whatever, knock your socks off. Just make sure that whatever you're doing with it, you're doing it because you want to, and not because you're feeling pressured by what you think others are doing. Now let's get back to the vulva. From the mons pubis, we're gonna go right on down to the clitoral hood. No, not this kind of hood, this kind of hood. The clitoral hood is important because it's the fleshy protector of the superstar of the vulva, the clitoris. The clitoris is an organ that solely exists for pleasure. Yep, this tiny gland has thousands of nerve endings, more than any other part of the body. That's why it needs a hood. You can see the hood on the glands from the outside, but the rest of the clitoris is actually inside the body. It even has legs running down the sides. And no two clitorises, clitori, are the same. When someone with the clitoris gets aroused, the clitoris fills with blood and the hood pulls back and the engorged gland sticks out a little bit. And someone may or may not notice it. So see, penises and vulvas, not so different after all, except you notice a boner. Now that we're moving on from the clitoris, we don't need this anymore. Now continuing down the vulva, we go below the clitoris to the urinary opening. Now contrary to popular belief, people with vaginas don't also pee out of their vaginas. The urinary opening is connected to the urethra, which is the tube that people pee out of. And the only thing coming out of there is pee. Nothing's going in, okay? Trust me, it's too small. Continuing down south from the urinary opening, we get to the vaginal opening, which leads to the vagina. The vagina is about 3 to 5 inches long, but I won't get too into it because we have a whole new video to talk about the vagina. On the sides of the vulva are 2 sets of flesh called the labia, and they're there for protection. Again, sensitive area, so it needs a lot of protection. The outer labia are usually bigger and pubic hair grows on them. The inner labia are typically softer and without hair. Just like no two noses are the same, no two labias will be either. Some can be straight or wavy, the skin might be smooth or bumpy, and one labia might even be a little bit longer than the other one, and that's totally normal. All right, so if we go even further down, we finally get to the last opening of the vulva, the anus. And I won't tell you what comes out of there because I know you know. So in total, someone with a vulva has 3 openings. Well, thanks so much for watching, everyone. And if you have any more vulva questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. See you next time. Class is dismissed. Bye. The sides of the vulva are... On the sides of the vulva are 2 sets of flesh